Okay, so what happens if the company doesn't have excess cash? The distribution is zero. What would the company do to maximize the shareholders' value? So one way to do that is by doing what's called the stock split. So why would the company decide to do the stock split? Because they want to increase the liquidity. If the stock price is becoming cheaper and in the range of $20 to $80, then more investors can get involved in trading those stocks. The more liquidity will increase the value of the stock because more people are able to invest, buy and sell that stock. So here's an example. Colgate-Palmolive, the stock price was $120. For a consumer good, $120 per share is expensive. And it conducted 2-for-1 split. So what does that mean, 2-for-1? That means that the investor has to surrender the old shares to get the new 2 shares. And after the stock split, the Colgate-Palmolive stock price actually appreciated by $5 because it's increased in the liquidity. So what would be the stock price after a 2-for-1 split? So the answer is, you have to remember $120 was the beginning of the price, divided by 2-for-1. So that's how you put 2-for-1, right? Multiplied by 1 plus 5%. That comes out to be $63. So basically, instead of getting $60 per share, it becomes $63. That means the shareholders gains 5% of their wealth due to this stock split. So basically, the Colgate-Palmolive doesn't distribute any cash, but the shareholders gain from the increased liquidity. Now, the opposite will work. What happens if your stock price is going to go so low, below $1 or $1 for a long time? That means you have to conduct what's called reverse split, right? The company decides to do the reverse split to avoid being delisted in the stock exchange. Right? If you are basically trading on $1 or below $5, it's called penny stocks. And if you become penny stock for more than 9 months, you become delisted from the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. And if you're getting delisted in the stock exchange, your stock will be trading in what's called the pink sheets. Less people know what your stock is. Your ticker symbol is not moving around in this New York Stock Exchange. Then less people know about your company. Then there is less investors, and that decreases the liquidity, right? So an example of this, let's say the Citigroup stock price was $3 per share, right? And Citigroup decided to do 1-for-10 reverse split. So 1-for-10 reverse split. And then after reverse split, the stock price falls further by 10%. Why would the stock price fall further? Because when you do reverse split, the stock price bid up, that means there's more room to drop, right? And also, when you do reverse split, also a signal that your stock price has been start getting too low here, and you're basically getting afraid of being delisted, that the management have fear of being delisted. So what would be the stock price after reverse split? So to calculate this, basically the answer, you take $3 divided by 1/10, right? 1/10 times 1 minus 10%. So that's $30 times 0.9, which is $27 per share. So that would be the stock price after the reverse split. So again, how do you factor in the stock split and how do you factor in the reverse split? It has to be consistent. right? And why would the company conduct stock split and reverse split when they don't have cash, but they want to maximize their shareholders' value by not distributing the cash to the shareholders, but instead increasing or maintaining the liquidity of their stock trading. So across all these different methods that we see, right, we have the cash dividend, stock repurchase, we have the stock split and reverse split. You have to remember, what is the main goal of the distribution and stock splits? Is to maximize the value of the shareholders. If you have excess cash that you need to distribute, then you have choices. You either do a cash dividend or stock repurchase. If you don't have excess cash, then what is your choices? You either do a stock split or reverse split when your stock price is too low. So that is the main point of the distribution.